Hi, I'm Kathy Hunting.
And I'm Jeff Deichman.
And we live here in Point Reyes Station in this 1990 house that we bought 10 years ago. We moved here from the East Coast after...
Well, I got out of the car the first time we came to Point Reyes and I said, this is where I want to retire. And we did. The earth needs our help, and we decided that we had the means to do what we could, and it's incumbent upon everybody to do what you can.
It's our value to live as lightly on the earth as we can, and so when we moved here, we knew we wanted to start making our home greener. And we started with solar panels and built it from there.
One of the reasons we chose this spot actually is because it has such great exposure to the sun and such a good opportunity to put in a garden and have chickens and catch rainwater. We decided to get recycled plastic Adirondack chairs and tables.
We replaced our lawn with this mostly native landscape about 2 years ago. I've learned as a Marin master gardener that if you create a landscape that's about 60% native, you're going to be inviting in a lot of native biodiversity, insects and birds. Come on in and we'll show you some of the things we've done.
Well, before you even come in, Kathy made this lavender wreath out of the lavender out in the garden. Come on in.
This is our living room, and I want to point out that we face southeast, and so on winter mornings when it's chilly, we get really nice passive solar heating in the morning when the sun's coming up and coming in the windows. We have double pane windows throughout the home.
We put in this ceiling fan recently, and it runs on DC, which is a far more efficient power source for a ceiling fan or anything else for that matter.
We use the fan a lot on warm afternoons, and it helps with the air circulation in this part of the house. We do have air conditioning with our new HVAC heat pump, but we've only had it turned on once. This 1990 house was built with a furnace, an HVAC system running on propane, and 2 years ago we replaced that with an HVAC heat pump system that uses the ducts from the existing central heat. You'll notice that our home is well insulated. This is the outside of our heat pump system. This is the condenser. The air handling unit is inside the basement here.
Welcome to our kitchen. This is where the action is.
So a few years ago, we knew that our old propane stove was on its last year or so, and we decided to replace it with an electric stove. We considered an induction stove and decided that we were not ready to replace most of our cookware. And so we got a traditional electric glass top stove, which is still much, much cleaner because it runs on the sun from our solar panels.
We also replaced all of the lighting in the house with LEDs. Our laundry, all electric. The pears are not electric, but they are really delicious. Would you like one?
We grow a lot of food, and when we have bounty, we can it and dry it and freeze it so that we can enjoy it all year long.
Come on out to the deck.
We have about 15 fruit trees, and as you can see, most of them need to be protected from the sheep. We are now the owners of 2 female sheep, and we got them 2 years ago to replace our lawnmower. Lawn mowing on this hill was getting a little bit much, and so they do a great job of eating the grass, and they like treats like apples. Welcome to our vegetable garden. I grow most of our food here, most of our produce anyway, and we also keep chickens for eggs. We're in the peak of summer now, and so the beans, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, and the squash are mostly what's still growing. I grow some perennial vegetables in addition to annual vegetables like artichokes, rhubarb, asparagus, and blueberries, and perennial crops take a lot less water than annual crops do. So it's good to mix in some perennial fruits and vegetables with annual edibles. We have 6 55-gallon food-grade barrels collecting rainwater off of our chicken coop roof. And 330 gallons isn't a lot, but it's something. And we use it in the spring and early summer in the vegetable garden. One. We get about 3 a day, sometimes 4 from our 5 hens.
I brought in 2 this morning, so that's 3 for the day.
This is some of the compost that I sifted the other day, and it's nice. I used it to plant broccoli day before yesterday. This is composted chicken manure and kitchen waste. Our plant waste goes in the green bin. We bought this 2013 Leaf in 2015, the same year we got solar panels on the roof. And this year it was time to replace our 17-year-old Prius, so we're the new owners of a Tesla Model 3. The Leaf charges to a full battery easily on 110 on trickle charging, but with the long range, 270 miles on the Tesla, we needed to install a 220 outlet, and we just charge with the mobile charging kit that came with the car. The last piece of the puzzle for us was completed just this year. We had this Franklin storage battery installed, and so now we capture energy from the solar panels that would otherwise be going to the grid. And
we send the excess to PG&E and they pay us for it. The battery is full at the moment, and it's only what time?
A little before noon.
Yeah.
We were deciding between this one and the Tesla Powerwall. They both have about the same capacity.
Same price.
And same price. One of the reasons we went with this one was because of the slightly safer technology and less degradation over time in the battery capacity.
Thanks a million for coming in. This is the site of our old propane tank, and it feels mighty, mighty good to be
running on the sun. We're all electric, running on the sun, and we don't miss it at all. Goodbye propane. It was a great day when the propane tank got hauled away by a little crane.
It wasn't so little, actually.